He was the most wanted criminal with the highest bounty on his head, yet he voluntarily used a bounty identification device to send out information to the entire galaxy. A team of bounty hunters immediately flew in upon hearing the news. Their captain was named Santana. When they entered the base, Radic had already disappeared, leaving only a line of words: "Leave the ship on your own, or die." It turned out that Radic had deliberately lured them there to steal the ship. However, another team of bounty hunters also arrived at the scene. They were clad in heavy armor, forming a stark contrast to Santana's team of thugs. Santana declared that Radic's bounty belonged solely to him. The other team stated that they would only take their team members with them, and as long as Santana did not cry for help, they would not intervene. To be safe, Santana had both teams remove a section of the spaceship's battery and lock it in a safe. After all, Radic wanted to steal the spaceship, and their spaceship couldn't take off without a section of the battery. At night, Santana's team was responsible for preparing for battle. Radic had night vision, making him suitable for night combat, while Santana used a sensor robot for detection. The first thing detected was Doggy. One of his men fired but missed. Doggy took the opportunity to steal the robot's sensor component. The robot's detection relied on this sensor component. After Radic obtained it, he kept smashing it on the ground. The robot convulsed wildly. Santana didn't understand what was happening. He cut off the power to get some peace and quiet. Now no one could stop Radic. His men went offline one after another. At dawn, they assessed the losses. 3 people were already missing. Santana had no choice but to seek cooperation with another team of bounty hunters. They believed that since the night was Radic's domain, the day belonged to them, so they went to find Radic while it was still light. However, Radic was on top of their spaceship. He saw through the mirror reflection that the spaceship was missing a battery section. He immediately guessed it was in the safe. Radic unexpectedly approached the guard. He startled him so much that he froze. He successfully stole 2 batteries. It wasn't until later that they realized the batteries had been stolen. Moreover, the batteries from the 2 spaceships were incompatible. At that moment, Radic was digging a hole to hide the batteries. He then went to find the bounty hunters. Santana and the others went to meet him. The female soldier hid in ambush. Radic dropped his weapon, signaling that he only wanted to talk. Radic said he had 2 batteries, and gave one to the other party. Both sides ceased fire and flew away in their respective spaceships. Radic told them to look at the storm in the distance. It was a countdown. When the storm reached the base, they would no longer agree to the deal and would not hesitate to act. After saying this, he turned and left. Santana grew increasingly angry and wanted to shoot him in the back. Relic's loyal dog rushed to protect him. When he saw him being attacked, the negotiations turned into a chaotic fight. Relic was desperate to save his dog and was accidentally shot by the female soldier. The bullet was a sedative, but one shot was insufficient to subdue Relic, the enraged beast. The female soldier fired a second shot, then a third and fourth. Relic finally could no longer move.